Following a report of current professionals and non-professionals migration from Nigeria, popular tagged as Japa, intercepted as quick exit or quick run. Popular social media personality Daddy Freeze has aired his view via his social media handle as he believes those Nigerians living for abroad are not doing the right thing. According to the social media influencer, it's quite worrisome that the majority of those living are the professionals and big people living behind the low income earners. So what is this man talking about? Okay. The social media influencer who believes that although Nigeria has its faults presently, Nigerians living doesn't even really speak well. If all the big people leave Nigeria for abroad, who are the who are those that will be left behind to fix it? So those who are leaving the country, who you think that they are big people, why is it that they have not been able to fix it? We have seen a lot of people, even from abroad, who have gained a lot of knowledge, who have made some few monies, who have gotten, some wisdom and knowledge. Let me just even use knowledge. So, oh, let me just go and give back to the society, to my country. All of them, they came and they were disappointed. The question is that the numbers of people who are leaving the country and the numbers of those who are still behind, which one is more? The ones who are behind are still more. That is what they always say. Who are the people, if you go, are you going to fix your country? As if those who are in the country cannot fix the country. The ones who are being heavily paid, who have been elected, giving themselves one juicy position or the other, they are not fixing the country. When people will say, oh, let things be done in this manner, they will say, lie, lie. They will say, lie, lie. They will not agree to that. So you expect people. And I always ask this question, is it the man on the street that will make policies and will enforce the policy? Or you think those who are at the other side, see, as human being, everybody has that tendency to misbehave. But it is the system that will correct, that is always correcting people. We see how people who go to jail abroad every now and then. They have prisons. So you begin to ask yourself, even with their tight and refined structure, people still find themselves in prison because they still misbehave. But the system will correct them in an appropriate manner. The question I'm always asking, the people who are supposed to fix the country, when they try to say this is what the government should do, this is what the government should not do, that, oh, they are not getting it right, do they listen to them? And you expect them to continue? Some people have, it's just unfortunate. A lot of people didn't really want to do this kind of a thing, but you have stayed 5 years, 10 years, the same thing over and over again, over and over again. The government is still doing the same thing. Other people are still coming, doing the same thing, and you want to continue to follow them. You just talk, 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 talk. At the end of the day, nothing happens. Those who are in the country should be able to fix the country. Well, contrary to the belief of many that Nigerian government contributes to the reasons why people are leaving, Daddy Free said, the Nigerian government is not the problem. Our mentality is the problem. You can imagine. Also, given the high rate at which tickets are now being sold and the high standard of living abroad, Daddy Freeze categorizes those who travel abroad into two groups. According to him, the first group are those in the diaspora, those who live abroad and are doing well, while the second group is diaspora, those who leave the country and soon become poorer abroad due to their inability to cope with the high level of expenses there. A Canadian-based Nigerian who was on a live chat with Daddy Freeze on the matter said that he looked forward to Nigeria that everyone can live comfortably in. However, he also believes that corruption has become endemic in the majority of Nigerians and that the government is not to blame for that. We blame the government for everything, but not every process of government is corrupt, he added. In a further statement, Daddy Freeze had advised that the Nigerian government may have to impose a certain measure of restriction to curb the high rates of which people move out of this country, as he urges all to stay behind to solve the problems together. Why is it that the problems have not been solved before these people are leaving? This guy, I'm not sure say he know what they talk. He cannot talk. That they should restrict people from traveling out of the country. Now, like I said, the numbers of people who are available now, why is it that you people go and make this thing? Now, these are the things we have been hearing since when the one song came out that time. Andrew, no check out. Oh. People who checked out that time, they are happy that they did check out, because once they look back, let me go back, they are not even encouraged to come back. They look back to see where the country is. The same thing since independence, Nigeria has been, things are going down, down, down. You are not going to blame the government. Like I said, who are you going to blame? Why is it that you should ask yourself questions that other countries who are in their countries, why is it that their people are not living the way Nigerians are living in their large numbers? Can imagine. Big people can't even stay abroad because they make their money in Nigeria, mostly through corruption. Government can't even force anybody to stay back in Nigeria except they want us to kill them all. They refuse to do the needful. Don't blame people who travel abroad for greener pastures. No matter the living cost, they will surely make more than what they spend. I make almost 1.6 million naira monthly, and my living cost and rent is 550,000 naira monthly. I'm okay rather than staying in Nigeria. Don't mind them. Even the ones that are in Nigeria that think that they are rich, all of them, they can't even stay. You are talking about Nigerians should stay back, but the so-called government, all of them, the government officials, they cannot take their medical treatment in Nigeria. Their children are not schooling here. Their vacation is abroad. So what are you telling us? What are you telling us? Then you have to stop them from going abroad to go and be taking all their treatment and what have you, and vacation. These people, something is really wrong with them. You want to be oppressed. You are not exonerating the government from the problems they created. Beneficiaries of a dysfunctional system will always promote and do everything possible to maintain the status quo. If they have done well as they claimed, why the quest for foreign education, medical, tourist, banking, and other foreign services for themselves and their families? Exactly. If everything is fine, if those foreign countries are run like the Nigerian state, will they patronize and invest there? This freeze man has a problem with his thinking. Are the Nigerian politicians not taking their children out? How many of their children are sitting at home during this ASU strike? That is why instead of solving ASU strike, they prefer suing ASU. We see that the freeze they talk safe. Even animals do migrate to where it will find food to eat, not to talk of human being. I beg, you no get point.